All right, good enough. All right. Now that I've understood a bit more about things, I can actually potentially get through more stuff. All right. Okay. Let's do the cool guy things. Because I would like to learn how to be better. Okay. Go and pop this around. New full model. All right. Now I'm kind of getting a little bit better of like a workflow ideal. A workflow goal at the very least. All right. Let's see. So it's currently 7:10. How long will it take me to get to potentially where I'm at now, which took me about 7 days last time? Okay. I now have a better understanding on how to like navigate through this. We are gonna go ahead and remove the things here. We don't want them. Okay, so we've got the face base. So now we're gonna go ahead and do a lot of things here. All right, so face, all that stuff. These are gonna get clipping mat ID'd into that, which is good. Same thing with the scar. Clipping ID'd into this. And we should probably definitely put the same thing over there so that doesn't get over the top a little bit. And then, great. All right, and the next is we're gonna go mouth mask. Let's see. This part you gotta get a little bit better about doing, but let's see. Grabbing this, and then we're gonna go right to y'all right there. See, look at that, like on the first try. Okay, awesome. So I do want to save this as a new thing. File save as. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot more. All right. V2 reset. Yeah, this makes me feel a lot better about like. I think like the hardest part about any new programs, like just like learning how to get through and how to do the the program itself, like learning how to get around everything here. All right, so we're not gonna worry about folder 42 because I don't even know if I even need folder 42 if I'm being genuinely honest. Okay, so this is the sclera. So the left sclera is going to take. We're gonna grab this. And then we're basically just gonna grab everything from this. Well, actually, no, we don't. We're not gonna mess with the eyelash, but we are gonna grab all of the child elements from here, not incorporating this. And then here we go. And then sclera shadow, clipping mask into that. Oh. Oh, wait. Did I grab left? Did I grab the left one to go into the right one? There we go. Okay, that makes me feel better. All right, so then left sclera. Grabbing all the things on the left eyeball. Beautiful. Okay, looking good, looking solid. All right, so we're actually doing pretty okay here. More or less, not too bad. I am gonna modify the shadows a little bit because the shadows look weird to me. We're gonna go, I think we go back to additive. Nope, not additive. Darken. There we go. That's what they should do. Okay, so save that. So I mean, that took us 5 minutes to reclip the face. as it should, which I'm feeling really good about. Okay. I now know, I'm having a better understanding of like what I need to do and how I need to treat my stuff here. So, okay. So, what we're going to do now is we have everything we need here. The face looks reasonable and normal. I think what I may have messed up on last time is I think I messed up the degree of my face tilt. And I also messed up how my eyeballs worked. Because I think I was trying too hard to make them become a certain way. So, what we're gonna do is we're first gonna go ahead and see about going into the eyeballs here. So we'll do everything from this end. What am I witnessing? What's up, Johnny? Good to see you. Welcome in. You are witnessing me trying to make a thing. We're making stuff. Okay, so we're gonna do everything. We're gonna go from the right iris. So for right now, we're gonna hide we're gonna hide the hair. Dear God. Where is the backhead? All right, cool. Where are the sideburns hiding? Why are my sideburns there? I don't know why. For some reason, like, I think I really must have done something wrong with my rigging, because the face just doesn't look the same as I thought it would. Okay, anyway. So, eyelid doing its thing. There we go. Okay. So, we're gonna go over to the eyelash. Well, we'll do the right eyelash or right eyeball, and then we will deal with that later. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're kind of doing a proficiencies test to kind of see like how well I know how to do everything as I want to do. So, okay. So first, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the eyeball here. All right, so we're gonna grab all of this and then make sure that grabs everything I want, not including the iris shadow. All right, and then we're gonna add a deformer, and then it's going to be, technically this is the right eye. So we're gonna call IR, or no, iris. Iris R, and then that will take us as we need here. Okay, cool. So technically this is our eyeball at directly in front of us, no issues, no problems. So now, oh wait, you know what actually I should be doing? I should have done this. What we need to do here is we need to establish our head Z moment. We need to get back to our head Zs. So we're gonna close out all the eyeball stuff, and we're gonna lock away all this stuff for now. I don't even know what the hell this is. Why are there two variations of the same neck piece? I see. That's why. There are two variations. Because there's... Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. So... that might be an issue for later. Because... I don't know if I can get into that. Because I can't... I guess I never really thought about that being an issue up until this moment, so... Okay. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and lock the away for now. Lock that out. Alright, so then we're gonna do this. Okay. Let's go ahead and re-obtain everything here. And then we'll bring back the hair back. All right, So grabbing everything from here, and then we're gonna say not including the neck, or no, I think I do want this. So we're gonna go boop. All right, hold on. All right, and then this should not include the neck. Great. All right, so now we're gonna go here, and then head Z. And then let's see if I can't put you. There we go. All right, head Z is gonna go to keyforms, and I can remember how the hell to do this. So I think I went too crazy when I originally did this. I think I went way too crazy on my original one. All right, and then we're gonna go mirror, shaboom. Is it 3 keyframes? Just a reminder, I have ice cream and you don't, haha. Psych, I do though. What if I just have all the, what if I have so much ice cream that I'm just better? Okay, so we'll put that there. And then we'll go mirror, horizontal. All right, so that takes care of the head Z moment. Yeah, I think I was trying too hard to make it like over the top sized a little bit, which is kind of funny, all things considered. You aren't actively eating ice cream. How do you know? I could totally be having double chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream, you know? Because I'm fat and I'm silly. All right, so we're gonna go put that there. And then we're gonna put a nice little deformer into that guy. And then let's see if that will work for us. Mirror, horizontal. I think I want to do a little slight neck drooping. Oh wait, that's right. I gotta remember this is a silly thing where it's gonna give me. I forgot it's gonna do that. All right. So now does that do a slight? And we'll let it cook for now. We'll let it cook for right now just to say sure. All right, so we have head Z, which should be somewhere in this folder. All right, we're gonna put head Z on the top of the world here. All right, good. All right, so now we have the head done. We have the head Z established. Doop a doop a doop a doop. All right, anywho, back to that. Now, we're gonna go back over to our eyeball folder. And I'm gonna locate the direction and placement of my deformer that I totally 100% made. What the H? Did I not make an eyeball thing? Or did I must have Command Z'd so hard. Because I swore on my mama I had done this already. All right, so then we're gonna go ahead and make a deformer again. And then iris R. All right, and again, shibadoob. All right, cool. So now we're gonna go eyeball X. We're gonna go eyeball X and eyeball Y. So eyeball X, boom. So that's the neutral position there. And we're gonna put you, make sure you're not floating around unnecessarily. Too far. I gotta remember, like, the human eyeball can go a good distance, but doesn't need to, you know? Probably get back and re-hide all my hair again. And then hair shadows. And then let's go ahead and also hair back. Okay, there we go. So yeah, eyeball, boom. Go back over to here real fast. And then if I were to go like right there. No, that's, then we'll go like right there. So then that puts me at great. All right, so that takes care of the X direction. So now we go to the eyeball Y again at neutral, and then wait. Okay. I had to like remind myself like what my XY values had to be. All right, and then we can go up, same thing, nothing crazy. Okay. All right, so then that takes care of X, Y, up and down, good. And then we're gonna go ahead and do this. And then synthesize the corner. Boom. So now we have a very clean and smooth eyeball functioning and searching there. Great. And then cool. And then we're gonna do an eyeball open and close motion. Okay, so now, so we have the iris taken care of here. So now we're gonna go to the eyelashes. And for lashes, that's gonna do that for us. All right, so we're now going to try and make this make sense. All right, and then two keyforms. We got open and then we got closed. So probably see if I can't just adjust you to be a little more whatever. All right, and then am I doing this? I gotta like try to remind myself like if I'm not like doing this like too ridiculously. All right, so on an eyeball closed, I don't really how to do this whole thing again. I had it right the first time, but now I just don't. Well, I had it kind of down, but just didn't do it properly right this moment. All right, again, we're trying to like, I'm trying to like minimize the amount of oof that we're doing here, you know. All right, so we're gonna do a new deformer, and then we're gonna go top lash R, top lash R, boom. All right, so again, let's get rid of this. I don't think we need parameters on that. Top lash R, we're gonna have two keyforms here. So then this is going to be at opened, and then at closed, we're gonna put that like right there. And then see, like, I don't like doing a deformer though, because I feel like a deformer just like is a very like unrealistic way of doing that, you know. All right, let's go manual meshing. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot the necessity of meshing, and I forgot about all my eyeballs too. Completely forgot about all my things. All right, let's go back here and we're gonna turn back on all these things because I forgot about the most important first step, meshing the artwork. Yeah, completely whiffed it past that. Auto mesh, just to get it in there. All right. Yeah, I 100% completely forgot about the necessity of meshing. This is why we're doing a proficiency test, chat. 'Cause I wanted to kind of see like how much I've retained in regards to that official thing here. Okay. No wonder nothing was working. I'm like, why are we being dumb? Also, I need to like I'm not gonna mess with this shadow here. I think I unnecessarily funked up the shadow, which is not my favorite thing to see. Okay. Well, now that should hopefully treat me a little better. Okay. Now this is actually looking a little bit more proper. There we go. Yep. All right. All right, let's go ahead and attach just 3 points here to kind of make up for this little shtick. All right, there we go. All right, so then again, and then we're going to bring it down, and then a nice, easy, breezy, simple little thing here. So then when it goes, I open, close. I wonder if I should potentially do like a slightly further down. Okay, cool. So that'll take care of those. And then, so the next is we're gonna grab all the things from the iris shine and the sclera. Gonna how do I do this here? I think we'll do another deformer here, and it's gonna be eyelid or eye inner. I don't know. Don't really know how to call that right now, but we'll see what it is or not. All right, so then we're gonna add 2 keyforms again. So when it's eye close, we're just gonna get you nice and small in there. Then, yeah. Minus this thing, which is needlessly a little too ridiculous, but we'll figure it out. Actually comes out a lot nicer than I anticipated. Okay, cool. That takes care of that. And then next is with this lash, 2 key points. And I think on this one we'll just, well, actually no, this one all we gotta do is we just gotta shrink it down and hide you in a little bit. Then we'll do a slight little deformer to kind of hide away and tuck that little spot there. There we go. Beautiful. Nothing crazy. Okay, next. We need to do the lower lash of the right side. So lower lash, 2 keyforms, and we'll probably just scoot you up like this. Yeah. A little subtle motion, but nothing crazy. Okay, so 20 minutes in, we've got our face built up and we've got our eyeball more or less properly there. Okay, next. Eyelid. The lid. Okay, so what I think I might have could have done here better to make this officially, because like I think I overwarped this. I overwarped this something fierce, and I don't like it. So we're gonna go back over here now, and if I did this correctly, all I need to do is do an adjustment here, and then we need to bring about the curvature again. This whole thing here makes the curve. Okay. It gets a little unnecessarily kind of choppy here, so let me go back really quickly. See if I can figure out where I went over the top here. Yeah, cause I want this to retain its the fluidity of its shape a little bit better. All right, so again, open, closed. All right, now if I could please politely put this here without having to fight this. I would love a nice smooth closure. Okay, so that already isn't terrible. I feel like I need to like bring back my arch a little bit here. Okay, then you kind of run into a slight error there. Let's see if I can potentially like, add another point in here to give that thing a nice, like potentially some better ability to be manipulated a little bit more, because for some reason this thing just wants me to fight. Let me adjust this, and we'll push that point there. Okay, so that should take care of, see, already a moderately smoother blink and a lot less painful than it could have been, which actually I'm very appreciative of. Okay, so far not too bad. All right, next we're gonna be doing, so now we gotta add a deformer to every single eyelash group, because we're gonna eventually add physics to them. Yay. Awesome. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna go ahead and call this thing here top S/4 R. Same thing here. Top S/3R. Top S/2R. Then we've got top S, nope. Top S/1R. All right, so that'll take care of all of those. So now we're just gonna go ahead and put them all into one sub region so I can actually find and see these damn things. Okay, so now, Suzuki, good to see you. Welcome in, open a good time and a great afternoon, evening, and morning. Welcome to stream. We're just currently busting out a project and taking on our second official attempt at working to rig our Vtuber model. Currently, we just started it. We're timing ourselves. We're about 30 minutes in, and we've done head rigging. Well, we've done like the basic tilting of the head, and we were just now getting started on the process of getting our eye to work on blinking. So yeah, trying really hard to make sure that I'm grabbing the deformers and not grabbing the wrong things here. All right, so we're gonna put that there. I mean, as someone who's rigged before, everything looks pretty good so far. Hey, you know, thank you, I appreciate that. I've only been doing this for about, I think it's technically day 7 of learning how to rig. So, oh, gotta grab. I keep accidentally grabbing the layer and not the deformer. That part's gonna get me in trouble. All right, put that like there. Grab 3. All right, and then if we do, technically they need to flip. They need a flip. So 3 needs to go. Nope, that's not at all what I wanted to do. All right, so 3 needs to go to the bottom, while 4 flips and goes back on top here. The hardest thing for me probably was the mouth. I don't know why. I literally struggle with the mouth and lips. You know, okay, hold on. I'll show you guys my step-by-step model that I have. So I have this model, I think it's this one. I have this model file here that has been my main step-by-step in thing. But since I've last used it, I've watched a lot of and found a whole bunch of new methodologies to doing things. And it's been I'll tell you guys what, it's a pain in the ass to rig, but I've learned a fair bit in comparison to the time. XY for my face, garbage. Like, I'm over here crimson chinning to myself a little bit too much, and I also think I over exaggerated my eyelids opening and closing, or my eyelids stretching when I look at certain directions. And I also, for some reason, am really struggling on my XY for my face. Mostly my X. My Y on my face, not so bad. But I don't like this. I'm re-rigging again, mostly just as a proficiency test, but also to kind of see what I can do differently. Very nice jawline. Oh yeah. The jawline's fantastic straight ahead, but when I turn, I think I overcorrected a lot of pieces. Like my chin kind of, like my cheekbones kind of get obliterated when I turn. And then also like I think I have a new way to potentially do a different angle whenever I attach the eyeballs, because the way that I did perspective on this is so garbage. But I also think I overdid it. You know, I think instead of like doing this much of a turn, I think I would be satisfied with like this, like a more subtle turn, not like a whole. Like my Chibi model has fantastic XY angles. My Chibi model has fantastic XY angles, but I don't think I really want to / need to go crazy on how much I turn on this model. That, or I just need to be better about how I need to see if I can keep the dimensions of my jaw more true when I do the second variation. So yeah. So that's my current goal as of right now. So because so far we're at 35 minutes in, and we've done the head XY, we've done the head Z, which that takes 30 seconds, and we've done one eyeball with pretty okay head eyeball tracking, or pretty okay eyeball placement. We will of course attach physics to the eyeball parts so that they actually do jiggle when they do get taken up. I do want to incorporate the eyelids though, where if my model's eye is looking over here, the right side of the eyelid's going to be kind of like protruded upward a little bit. And then same thing when the eyeball is like way the hell up to the top right, I want my eyelid to kind of stretch to show the pupil a little bit better, because like this is going to be a little too much for me. And then Yeah. Speaking of this, I do want to I need to make another deformer here on the iris again. So we're gonna do an iris R, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do this, and this one's going to be iris closed. A deformer inside of a deformer. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is when this, so we're gonna do again with the XY closing here. So what I would like to do is like when my eyeball closes, I want my eyeball to be a little more, I want my eyeball to go down. Oop, wait. Oh, I know what I did wrong. When okay. It seems like when I accidentally grabbed all the materials for when my eyeball closes, I accidentally grabbed my iris as well. So that isn't the best, but yeah, exactly what I didn't want to happen. Okay, so let's remove you. Perfect. Recovered, ladies and gentlemen. Epic. Okay, see, this is why I've been wanting to go through this again, because like I'm constantly trying to make sure I'm learning, I'm actually like paying attention and learning the program somewhat decently. Okay, so now we can go iris closed, open close. We're gonna bring the eyeball down like this, I think. Perfect. See, that's what I want to do. That's how I want it to be. Now I do need to fix the eyelash positioning of 4, because it's not, it needs to be like this almost, and then go back to 3, scooch you up so you're more connected. I mean, it's gonna be pretty quick and speedy, so we don't have to worry about that right now. Okay, so then we're gonna go back over to 2, same thing. Close. And then we're just gonna attach it right there. Cool beans. And then back to 1. And then we'll do a slight curvature here to kind of push that out. Okay, so as far as I can tell, I don't think I'm missing anything. I don't really like what's going on there on my left hand side of those dudes, but I guess. And on the upside, this actually is treating me a lot nicer than I anticipated it was going to. I thought I was going to have a lot more of a fight with this. So, but yeah, we'll kind of work it out, you know. One day at a time, one thing at a time, you know. Ain't no problem, ain't no thing. So, okay. Mind if I did this wrong? Okay, cool. As long as this doesn't tell me anything's wrong and stupid. All right. What's up, William? Good to see you, bro. Welcome back. Welcome back to my learning tutorial of myself again. How do my man? Doing pretty okay. We're feeling pretty all right. You know, I'm feeling good enough to get back to learning how to do this again, and I'm doing really good progress in comparison to last time. Last time we were here, it took us quite a bit longer to get to just this point. And we're already seeing a fair bit of change up, which I'm very thankful for. Grabbing that. Did you restart yet? I did, yes. We're about 30 minutes in on our proficiency test, and we've already accomplished in 30 minutes what took me like 3+ hours last time. We've attached angles on the head, and I think I have a better way of like doing this for myself. I also have a new way to potentially hopefully make my eyebrows suck less. So yeah, it's gonna be wild. We're gonna have a bit of time, but I do kind of need to fix the lower eye socket though. Where is the thingy here? Eyelid bottom R. All right, so then opening is that way, closed. All right, on close, I think we only have to worry about doing like a minor deformer here because thankfully it's not the most like in your face necessity here, but there we go. Maybe a little less. Again, it's supposed to be subtle. It's not supposed to be like crazy intense. Which that was my biggest mistake when I did this on the original version of my model, is for some reason when I did it, I just was a little over the top with how I did that. I do need to fix a little bit of the thing here.
And now it's time for that moment you've been waiting for. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Nico Nico. Keep going.
But yes, well, thank you for the Nico beans. I appreciate you. Appreciate you very mucho. I don't know. I think the reason why I was so nervous about whether or not restarting was going to be a good idea again was it was mostly because I just really want to find a confidence level in what I'm doing to make sure that I'm not unnecessarily, you know, pushing myself too far, you know, and that has always been a little bit of a genuine fear, you know. That has been a genuine situation where I've just been like, am I needlessly trying too hard? Am I trying to make something happen for nothing? Here we go. Okay, that works just fine there. Okay, so that works out there. So we've already gotten the eyeball, the eyelashes looking okay, looking good. We've already got the eyeballs looking in directions they should need to go to. Okay, next. We're gonna make a deformer here, and we're gonna call this stuff here. We're gonna get, let's see, eyelid. Nope, not the left side. Eyelid shine. And then we're gonna grab iris highlight. And then we do need to do all the right side pieces here. And then I also want to grab, I never grabbed the top eyelashes, hello. Why are you not letting me grab all this? Okay, and then I'll grab the iris highlight. And then I can magically make this thing be my friend here. Nope, that's not at all I wanted to do. Ooh, I do need to grab this. I do need to grab the sclera though. I need to grab sclera. This sclera shadow technically too. And I also do need to get the side lash. Bottom. Okay, so now we're gonna go and do this. We're gonna call this thing here the eye skin R. And if I did this right, cool, love it. Okay, so we officially now have a functioning thing for the eyeball skin here. Now, the reason why we grabbed all of this is because I want to try, and we're gonna do a thing here. We're gonna go, is it adjust? No. All right. Let's go ahead and do a 3 by, maybe a 3 by 2. I feel like that should technically work. Maybe I'll do a 2 by 2 by 4. Oh God, God, that's a little too refined. Okay, so yeah, we got the eyeball skin doing where I want it to be. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and all right, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna add, how do I add another, try to like add like a special keyform spot. Object that has keyframes. Nope. Adjust. No. What's going on, Rockstar? I'm having a good time and a great day. Welcome on to the stream. Thanks for being here. Would it be adjust? No, I don't think it's adjustments. There's just so much to this stuff. I don't know how you do it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, William. I've been doing this for 7 days, and I've been staring at YouTube tutorials like damn near consistently and often. So, my dog does not like what's going on outside. Meh. But yeah, there's a lot to this. 100%. I'm trying to learn a new skill, you know, and I'm trying really hard to make sure that I can like learn how to do this, because I feel like if I can learn how to do it right, and if I can learn how to do it properly, I'm gonna have a much more fun time with making this model proper. But I think for right now, I think I'm not gonna worry about my crazy eyeballs. However, what I would like to do is we're gonna go back to eye skin, and we're gonna do a modification here. So we're gonna grab this right here, and we're gonna do 3 keyforms. So put that there, and then if I did this right, we should be able to do something not so drastic. Because I think what I did wrong last time is like I made this a little over the top. So just like that, you know, like just something simple and stupid easy like that. Because what I want to do, Chaz, like when I look to the side, I want my eyelids to stretch slightly. You know, I want my eyelids to stretch so that it just shows a sense of, oh hey, what's over here? And it's subtle. It's a subtle enough of a change that I feel like I can totally get away with it. So we're gonna go back into here again, and we're gonna try to see if I can do maybe nope. If I can get a deformer going in here. Oh, you're gonna be a punk about this, aren't you? Okay. So that's gonna probably require me to do a little bit of some feng shuiing, but for the most part, that's about where I kind of want it to go. I think I'm only gonna mess with the upper side, because I think this lower half is not really gonna be necessary for right now. Same thing here. All right, and now we're gonna go. Now we're gonna go ahead and just do a nice little deformity here. If I can just get this to be nice to me without doing that. So again, boom, boom. See, like on this half, like looking this way, it looks okay. This, I'm not the most I'm not the most in love with it. I do kind of want to put a little smidge. Let's do this. Maybe I do a less is more approach here. And maybe the, ooh, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's another thing too. I've been trying to do a lot more of a less is more approach when I do this kind of project, because I feel like my biggest mistake with my first set of adjustments is that I overindulge or I overdo it, you know? And that's the biggest thing, is like I am overdoing the amount of stretching and warping that I'm doing. And to be fair, that's, you know, that's just how it is. And I've learned that it does unfortunately affect me a little bit, but I don't need it to, you know, I don't need it to make me feel like I'm going over the top with how I'm grabbing and gripping these. Like, I think honestly, just like the subtle change in my eyeballs, like this to this is, I think, could almost be considered enough. Now this one, I don't 100% know how it's gonna look, but we're gonna try. So I think with this, again, if I can just grab, like these points here. Ooh, that actually helps me out a lot. Okay. So we have that. So now we're going to go ahead and turn on all this. And we're going to now see if math is going to allow us to have that not suck. Synthesize the corners. Honestly, yeah, it actually turns up a little bit better than I expected. And what we're going to do is, like, once we get through this eyeball, we will eventually just copy paste the eyeball to the right side, and then it will have a functioning eyelid thing. I do need to fix one thing though with my iris. This and this needs to be modified to a different layer, I feel like, because yeah. Maybe. But yeah, I think that's not the worst situation. Okay. Next, we're gonna go now and we're gonna have a bit of some fun here. And I'm gonna attempt to do some so now we're gonna attempt to do some eyeball physics here. So again, oh wait, eye smile. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's an important thing to have, chat. So what eye smile is, chat, eye smile is that thing where, like, if you guys look at the very bottom of my eyeballs, where my eyelashes are, you'll notice that my lower eyelashes curl when I smile. So that's what I need to do next. I need to incorporate an eye smile, which again, I don't know why I never thought about that. Again, this is a proficiency test, chat. We're trying to make sure that we are, we're trying to make sure we're doing this right, you know? We're gonna try our best to make this feel good. Let's go backwards here. And can I get away with this? And then we're gonna incorporate these guys again. Lasso, raise it up a little bit. I feel like I kind of need to make you a little more openish. This, you know what's kind of funny, chat? I burned an entire day trying to get this one effect. It took me an entire day, chat, to understand how the hell I was supposed to get the I smile thing to function. And it was annoying. All right, speaking of annoying, next, we gotta do this now. So I smile. So when we smile, chat, we're gonna make this go downward a little bit. So then that way, when we smile, that gets a little droopy here. Or would I technically just do this? Oh. Okay, yeah, that makes a bit more sense, actually. That makes a little bit more sense. All right, and then again, I smile. You can just scoot that to the side here. Yeah, I'm both thankful and annoyed at how much easier that is for me. All right, overall, not bad. We've got left and rights. We've got smiling eyes and all that garbage. All right, let's turn that on real quick here. Apparently you do not carry over for some reason. Oh wait, did I accidentally? There's no way. Did I accidentally do a thing? Ooh, that's right. I smile when we close our eyeballs. That's a pretty important one too. Let's see. So let's see. I open, I smile is that. Then I close. We're gonna go like right there. And then we're gonna adjust you as such. And then this also needs to be adjusted again, which I'm not the most stoked about, but we'll figure it out. And then the shadow, this thing needs to be scooted around a little bit. We'll figure that out when we get through it, but overall not bad. Okay, so we've done this. Smiles on, eyeball opens and closes moderately okay. Not crazily, but it's fine for now. Okay, so I'm trying to think like what else. I need to build like a step-by-step checklist for myself to say, hey, we did it. Okay. So I guess next is technically the technically we have is the physics for the eyeball. So all right, so we're gonna go brand new folder, and we're gonna go IP. And then we're gonna go new parameter, IP1. And then we'll just duplicate it 3 times. Then IP2. Then lastly, IP3, which that will be dedicated to that later. Okay, now. Nope, did not mean to do that. Edit P2. Okay, so now, So this is going to be a squishing sort of visualization here. So I think we do again. So we're gonna go with, so we're gonna grab everything from this layer. Or we do it individually. Either way could honestly be reasonable, I think. Could 100% be reasonable. All right, let me grab all these. Auto redo heavily. Great. Now, so now, how do I do this here? All right, we're gonna do warp deformer. We're gonna call you outer eyeball E. All right, so then boom. All right, so then for the first set of physics, we're gonna go inward like that. Make sure everything is smooth all. And then, so this is going to be, we're gonna grab all these little squishy spits here. That takes care of that. And then for, oh, wait, crap. All right, now we do, I put this in, I had unfortunately not grabbed the proper, keyframes and keyforms and all that jazz, so. All right, that takes care of that. And then this way is going to be an outward jiggle. So then that way it's just, whoa. Hopefully if we do it right, it will give us the jello effect, kind of, you know? All right, and then this again. So this is going to be only the borders. Then we do this plus that. And then on this top, here we go. Ha, twa. Good. And then for the physics here, we're gonna, so for this is going to be the pupil physics. So this one is going to get pupil physics, and then this one's going to be 3 keyforms again. So now, same kind of steal. We're gonna go inner squish, inner squish, inner squish, inner squish. Nope. So the reason why I'm going backwards, Chet, is because I realized that I have this on the wrong layer. What's up, Happy Gas? Good to see ya. I had this on the wrong layer, and basically this is at 0, this is at effect 1. I need to make sure that I have 3 instances of like how the pupil needs to be. So we have squish version, neutral, and then we're gonna go outward version. And then if I do this right when I make the physics happen, we're gonna have a really smooth and clean jiggle, basically. That is the goal, that is the hope right here. That is the current hope and goal of this whole thing, is just to get better at that. All right, then P3 physics, same thing. We're just gonna go and then we're gonna go Irish shine P. So squish and squish, and then we're gonna go. All right, hold on. We gotta get rid of all these, and then 3 keyforms. But yeah, guys, player, we're currently working on day 7 of learning how to rig a Vtuber model, and we're working on doing a proficiency test to see how far I can get along without needing a tutorial. So Definitely something I'm trying to get better about and trying to be more proficient at doing. But we're figuring it out, you know? And just saw that it's 3 a.m. for you. Oh boy, 3 a.m. I need to edit and publish my egging on video today. I need to finish editing and make sure that my egging on video is like efficient and acceptable. I need to post more videos again. I need to post some more things. All right. All right, next. We're gonna go physics settings. Okay. So now we're going to officially add a physics, and we're just gonna go ahead and call this iPhysics. Oh, cool! I already have my physics already on. Sweet. Well, that saves me a lot of time about having to try to figure out how that's gonna go. All right, and then add input settings, iPhysics. Oh wait, no. It would be I open, I close, right? Output settings, add, and then I open, I smile. No, output settings would be these three. The input settings would be, the output settings would be, freaking I open, I close, I believe. Or not. Oh, Jesus. That's not helpful at all. All right. Let's delete the input settings really quickly here. Gonna delete everything and try that again. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just call this iPhysics again. And then we're gonna go add IP1 maybe? And then output settings, which looks to be about proper. And then what I'm not understanding here is like, what am I doing wrong here? Physics are hard, man. Physics are... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, we don't need that many. All right, let's add IR open. Where's IR close though? IL open, IL smile, IR open. What the H? Oh, the physics is the first official, the physics is our first official situation. Where I don't know where I went wrong here. Thankfully, tutorials exist, chat. Thankfully, the tutorials do exist. Add pendulums. If I can like somehow find a way to make this work on its own, I might be able to yell and be like, I'm a god, goaded amongst men. Wait, there's no way. Did I accidentally delete my, hold on. IR smile. Bro, where's my IR open? What? Wait, oh, did I? Nope, IR opens right here. So why am I not seeing? Why do I not see the thing? Also, did I mix? I wonder if I may have mixed up. Oh wait, did I do 0 as on? Ah, balls. Okay. I mixed it up. Crap. I mixed up my my on and off button. All right. Change. No. Adjust. So 0 needs to be 1.0, while 1.0 needs to be 0. Right? Yay. Okay. I didn't know if that was gonna be like the official thing, but hell yeah. Okay. So I figured out that part. Cool. Problem solved. Love it. Have you ever played Geometry Dash? Never once in my life. I've never once played Geometry Dash. Why? Yeah, physics is definitely gonna be the hardest thing for me. Because apparently I'm not doing this right. I might have to go back to my tutorial for the first time and re-watch how they did it, because I thought I knew what to do here, but apparently I did not. I did not. All right. All right, what did I do wrong with the eyeball physics? Because apparently, hot diggity damn. If I can't find where her other tutorial was. I just want to go backwards, damn it. Rigging, here we go. All right.
And we're gonna move on to rigging.
She had a really nice physics situation here.
Then find and select your left eye.
Here we go. What's up, Lucky? Good to see you. Your clown is here. We love our clown.
Before we start the physics, I'm gonna do some organization. So make a new folder, call it I, physics settings.
Okay. Now we're going to go back and officially see what did I do wrong. So I'm going to try and see if I can't delete everything that I have and try to start this off at an absolute 0 perspective, because I think at some point in time I accidentally bit off more than I could chew, and I think I oofed myself here. Okay, let's try again.
Click add and name it I left physics.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do add and then IRP. Okay.
Technically the right one, but whatever. Click OK. Then in input settings, click add. Select both eye opens and eyeball X and Y.
Oh, IR open, IL open, and then eyeball XY. Okay, That probably might have been why I didn't know what I was doing there.
The effectiveness to these numbers.
Okay. See, this is the one part I have not done enough paying attention to, chat. Because
And these are
this
the
to me is such a
physics pendulum.
dorky
Then I'm
thing.
going to add 3 pendulums.
And then we're gonna go ahead and add our preset for minor jiggle eyeballs. Add. Nope. Add. Or not. Do I just... Okay. I guess we're gonna add 3 pendulums again.
But before I adjust them further, I'm going to go to output settings, and
Mhm.
click add, and select all 3 eye physics.
Mm.
Okay. Then
Okay.
click on scale, edit all values in the column to 50. Then your iris should already have some physics, but I'm
Okay. So wait, right click scale and then 50. Okay, that part I did not remember it.
to something like this. I highly recommend you just play around with these numbers, and then you can see how the pendulum changes its behavior depending on the numbers you change.
Can you give me
Basically,
some
how
water, please?
physics work in Live 3D is that each dot on the pendulum corresponds
Good.
to the number that you
All right, so then shaking there 9.8. Oh, hey, look at that, chat. Okay, see, I do like how I did it. I do really like how I got the jiggling in there. And then P3 doesn't need to go crazy there. All right. So we've gotten that to be pretty good. Yeah, a good amount. I do like the jiggle on this one a lot more.
assign to each of your physics parameters in your output settings. And you can see the dots moving in sync. Then I feel like the eyeballs are jiggling a bit too much, so I changed the scale to 40, and then I changed the shaking to 0.8. So when you're satisfied with the result, I'm gonna save my pendulum as a preset so I can just select it next time. So I click add and
All right, and then add. Thank you.
Humans are a maze. A maze is not right word. What is word for? Humans are not normal. Dangerous to self. Crazy.
Dangerous to self. Yes, we are.
Crazy.
Wild.
Oh, it's really cool, like how he figured out how to communicate with his alien.
The Rock.
Yeah, Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
I think something bad's gonna happen.
Rocky gonna die. Give me the Hong Kong. I can't just summon boobs out of nowhere, Lucky. This isn't that kind of stream, you animal. I'll give you the alternative. I'll give you the alternative. There. There we go. All right. Anyway, what? Wrong kind of honk. Nuh-uh. I gotta figure out why my model is just having a hell of a time staying in the same proper spot. Hell yeah, please. Hell yeah.
preset, and I named it I, but
All right, and then we're gonna do jiggle P. Decent. We'll call it jiggle physics P there.
honestly I should just name it like 3 pendulums because I'm gonna use it later on for things other than I. But what is going to be used for eyes is go to input settings, in the presets, click add, and that, name it I. Don't just save your 2 eye open and I will X and Y add as a preset.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this eye thing. We're gonna do this one, and we're gonna go eye preset. Right on, Bacon. Good to see you, bro. Welcome back.
And you can just move around your IR open to see how your physics is moving.
Okay, okay, let's see. How did I do with doing my own physics up until this point? Where's IR open? Okay, so it looks like I'm missing a bit of a gap there, but I think I need more physics. I need more. Let's try it again. I kind of want to bring back the shaking up to this. And I think we'll go back on output scale. Let's go back to 50 actually. Okay, maybe that is a little bit too much. Maybe that's a little too jiggly for me, even for me, you know. All right, let's reduce you a bit more. I kind of would like a little bit of jiggle. That's not bad, I guess. All right. Let's do this. A little bit of that. Okay. I will accept that. I do need to fix this, and I need to go back to the lower lash because you are in needing of being a little better attached to that. Also, what the hell? Oh, biscuits. Okay. See if I can't fixerate that a little bit better. That, or I just need to like adjust you slightly bit more. I probably don't need to, but I'm just gonna add one more little. There we go. All right, how does that look? That's enough of a jiggle for me to be okay about it. Okay, so we have eye close, eye smile. Still a little on the about that one, but we'll figure it out for now. Okay, so then next is going to be, so we've done the physics of that. So now I think we do ourselves some eyebrow magic time. All right, so what we're gonna do here, Chaz, we're gonna go and we're gonna manually rig our eyebrows on this one. Because I thought for a while I was gonna want to do it with the auto rigging, but I've had so much trouble with the eyebrows that I would rather just make the tracing myself. Now I've watched a lot of videos about this, and I've seen people who do riggings, and it's like they have to trace every individual item themselves. And then I've seen people who are like, "Oh, just use the auto mesher," and it's like, okay, which I see the power of both, honestly. All right, let's go ahead and add a nice little thing. Nope. Let's go ahead and add a nice little thing here. Well, I feel like I'm adding way too many eyebrows. What if I... Oh. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. But yeah. And then it goes... And then for her, she does an eyebrow glue thing, but I don't think I'm going to do an eyebrow glue. I think I'm just going to worry about doing... Because... Like, my brain... Hold on. How did my guy do my eye? Well, actually, no, my guy didn't do eyebrows technically. So the reason why I'm so hung up on my eyebrows, Chad, is because so on my official model for this big guy, the eyebrows don't really move, but they're also not technically attached. The eyebrows are not really expressive enough because they don't move much at all. My goal to fix that is I'm going to be making my model move up a bit more in comparison. So I don't think I'm going to really attach I think on this rendition, I'm gonna not really worry about attaching my my eyebrows to this shadow here. I'm just gonna say, hell yeah, we're good. Now, we're going to get rid of. We need to keep. We're gonna keep the brow forms. Brow L form, brow RY, brow L. Now I don't think we deal with. I don't think we're gonna be worrying about brow X's because I don't think brow X is a trackable thing. So we're gonna delete those two parameters for now. God damn, what is that feeling? Ow. It's itchy. Okay. So brow R. Oh, and then brow angle. I don't think brow angle is what we need to worry about either. All right, so there should be now LY, L form, and R form, RY. I just put that here. Okay, cool. So what's gonna end up happening is it's gonna be annoying as hell, but we're gonna figure it out. All right, so now, so what I kind of do here is so right now in the span of an hour, we've managed to complete an eyeball with minor physics when we blink, which honestly, hell yeah, I am down with it. Now, I kind of wish there was an auto blinking function, but I'm pretty content about that so far. God, we're back to egg chat. We're back to egg life. Okay, so we've done basic eye physics. Our eyebrows are doing eyebrow things. We're not gonna worry about gluing the eyebrow for right now. Okay, so we need to now modify and check some things here. So firstly, we're gonna pull up our reference sheet because, nope. What folder did I put you in? Here we go. All right, so what we're looking like here right now is, so we'll have to at some point modify a thing here. So it looks like so maybe we do, maybe what it is like, maybe I just don't, maybe I am overthinking the eyebrow thing, because my eyebrows do at some point need to be neutral. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe instead of like trying to do like a big like weird cartoony curve, maybe I need to do a more flat lines thing. Cause like my eyebrows, based on my reference images that provided by my artist, we've got, there's not really much of a variety either. Like there's genuine anger. Like there's angry eyebrows where it's like divot down, which makes sense. And then you've got neutral flat eyebrows. Like right now, these are this. So, okay, idea. We're gonna go, Okay, just to see if I modified you and did this, that's gonna do exactly what I don't want it to do, which, well, actually, look like my eyebrows look like an angry crow. It's like, meh, what do you see, me? You entered my domicile. See? Meh, Sopranos. I don't know what the hell that's about, but all right. All right, anywho. Yeah, maybe I do my eyebrows like that because I've had such a hard time figuring out like how the hell was I going to make my eyebrows look reasonable, but all right. And again, she only has brow Y, brow form, or brow Y. So brow Y, brow form, brow form, brow Y. Okay. So this is technically brow Y. So the X and Y variation here is going to be kind of nifty. Okay, so neutral is this brow. Negative is going to go down a little bit to get a stone medicine. So we go down to like right here. And then Y up is only minorly, but we're gonna have a nice little upward there. Like, I feel like that's enough of a visual adjustment that I can at least like kind of tell what's going on. And then same thing with the brow R form. Now, this is the part that threw me. This was the part that threw me for a loop for like 2 days straight. Because I freaking hate eyebrows, chat. All right, so with the brow raised up, we're basically going to, we're gonna bring it to here. So basically that, like, because like it doesn't need to be over the top, it just needs to be visually making sense, where it's like, oh hey, by the way, it's like whoa, eyebrows. Because like they don't need to be like my chibi's eyebrows are a little bit more intensified, but that's also I think partially due to the art style. That's partially due to the art style of the model. With this one, I don't need them to be over the top. I think that's what like tripped me up for so long, is that I got so hung up on how the position was that I was honestly over warping my eyebrows, which again, I'm very glad to not have that problem. But I've had so many issues because of that. I'm just glad to hopefully be done with that. You know what's kind of wild, chat? I hate that this works, because you've got Vuber Doop. Nope, that's not great. I mean, technically, you're not really gonna be able to express your eyebrows that much when you're like raised up all the way. So yeah, like nice up there, down, and then angry eyebrow, just like I'll have to see if that's gonna make sense when I put more effort into the parts of that, but I think for the gist of it, I think we got it. And again, though, yeah, the eyeball shadow, the shadow of my skull does kind of have to play a part to this. So we're going to get the not the sclera shadow. That's the wrong eye socket shadow. Here we go. So eye socket shadow. Trying to figure out, like, what do I want to do here to make this make sense? Well, do I even worry about the eye socket shadow? I probably don't, honestly, if I'm being honest. Like, I can just damn, we are hour and a half in, not bad, like, all things considered. So whoa, where is my sclera shadow? Hello? My sclera shadow is missing. Why are you not showing up? What? See, like, that doesn't make sense to me. Did I throw you into a pocket dimension by accident? Okay. Let's... And then V. Where is my Scalera shadow? Why are we missing? Why am I missing half my thing? You're not hidden, as far as I understand. Your opacity is at 100%. So what happened here? Oh, nope. Nope, that's correct. You are supposed to be clipped to that. So what the hell? Let's go ahead and quickly do a quick save check. And I would rather not lose my everything. I would probably cry a little bit. Okay, I still kind of want to figure out and remind myself how the hell do I do my my shocked visual here. Double XY, shocked eye. Yeah, so we have the eyeball skin. Yep. Eyeball open. Oh, edit parameter. That's what I was missing. Okay. I could not for the life of me remember what the hell that was supposed to be at. All right. So we're going to go back to here again. Eyeball open. Edit parameter. Maximum 1.4. There we go. All right. And then that's going to be another point of interest. What the H? All right. Take a second here to select 1.4. Edit parameter, I guess. All right, that's not doing me too great. Select edit parameter 1.4. Aw. And then we're gonna add a key point. Okay, there we go. I still have absolutely no clue why my Scalera shadow has just disappeared. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't like that it's just randomly missing. It must be a glitch going on. Let me see if I can turn off and bring back the model. So one thing I'm seeing about this secondary attempt that I'm actually appreciating a little bit is, number one, what the hell? I'm appreciating the fact that my jiggle physics is a little bit easier to work with, and I'm also liking a little bit more of the feeling of like when I worked with the eyeballs. I might smooth that out a little bit better, but I don't know. It just feels nicer, you know? Feels nicer. Okay. The Scalera shadow is throwing it. Like there has to be it's like an ordering or something got askewed or some BS. Like, what am I doing wrong here? Why are we now choosing to give me a battle? Well, the first problem of the day apparently was not going to be involving the was not going to be involving this. It was going to be involving my Scalera for some reason. Out of everything that could have possibly went wrong, it just decided that my Scalera was going to be the fight me thing. which makes no sense. Because like it is here in the thing, but it is just choosing to not exist right now. Like I don't, like, what do I do? I don't know what the hell happened. For some reason, the Scalaris shadow just doesn't exist, and now I just have a classic single definition eyeball. Like I would be content if I could at least just see the damn thing, and then I can just put it back to my my layers. But like, what happened? What happened to this thing that's causing it to just suddenly not exist? What the hell? You really just make zero sense right now to me. Because not only are you just hella hidden, but now I can't even find you half the time. What the fuck? Oh, Fabernac, brother. I don't know what the hell's wrong with you, but we're gonna make it work. Well, that is a thing for next time, I guess. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and end a little bit early, as I'm going to try my best to get a new video published. I decided to start a new series in an attempt to practice learning how to do in order to attempt to practice editing Let's Play videos again. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and call it in a little bit, and thankfully, we got a lot done in an hour and a half than we did in multiple days previously, so I'm excited about that. So guys, be happy, be awesome, be well. I will catch you guys all on tomorrow's stream, as we've got some pretty nice projects to work on today, as well as some more fun conversational bits. But again, guys, stay happy, stay healthy. We'll see you guys all on the next one. Adios. Sayonara.